Distractions in problem solving. In the last lesson, we learned that problem solving is as easy as clicking a button. So why do people still have a problem? Good question. Very good question. We all know that we are social animal. We need each other in order to survive. But we also know that we have very little control on how people function. We are an unpredictable species. We are also known as a higher animal. Higher can be uh, translated to being intelligent, but we are a different kind. We can, by the nature of our free will, decide to do wayward things. What I mean by wayward is not according to the grain plan. So, for example, our technology developed to build cars, good invention, but we made so many of them that now their very existence challenges ours. We live in the present and have very faint idea of what tomorrow looks like. We enjoy our bounties in the here and now. It is only when we come to the future is when we don't count the consequences of our actions. I know, but that's how it is. All of us do that. The animals simply just know how much to eat. But we as humans realized it and when we have already pushed our bodies to do so. We have very little foresight. Remember that we are one of the youngest members in the history of life, so we make more mistakes than our animals. Even in everyday life, before attempting to the problem and accepting it for what it is, we give up. Like what is in the present is the ultimate moment, but is it? Remember any problem in life and use the ideal method to explain your situation. And also list down the consequences. Don't you see that you survived despite that problem? So why feel afraid of the one at hand when you have survived worse? All it requires is your experience and knowledge of the problem, and that has been provided by the technology. So what is the trouble? Remember how we say that we are a wayward animal? What that means is that I, as an individual, may develop certain habits that might occupy my time, but give me no expertise on my own individual problems. Have we only 24 hours in a day, out of which at least 8 are or should be dedicated to rest? The rest 8 hours are toward work, 2 hours for the commute, 2 hours for food and drink and whatever else you voluntarily put in your system, 1 hour maybe toward recreation, 1 hour toward dressing, 1 hour toward a friend, family and colleague, and 1 hour toward watching TV, and 1 hour. But wait, we ran out of hours. So where can we find the time to sit down and click for our problems? Where are you clicking is the problem. We all are much immersed in our phones. So how come we know everything about the Kardashians and so little about ourselves? Somewhere along the way, we all have forgotten that not all information is useful. So why subject ourselves to the unuseful? Record the time you take to post a comment on the friend's picture. Ask yourself if this is the best use of your limited time. These are the distractions in our problem solving. We are encouraged to distract our mind from the issue at hand. A suggestion, just like to go for a walk, don't think too much. Drink a little alcohol. Here's a good video to make you laugh, etc. are too common in our communication. But is it helpful? Is it the best use of your time? Or would you rather collect information, the information you require by clicking a button and reading the tried and test solution? Doesn't this sound logical? Could there be more truth to it? What goes in is what comes out. These distractions sure help someone make money, but what do they help you do? If your goal is to be someone's follower, then you are doing the right thing. But if you want to do well in life for yourself, then you must concentrate on your own problems and in behavior to find your own solutions. Take inspiration from them and in behavior to achieve your goals. Keep a strict timetable for the strict 24 hours we have got. Try as you might, you can't stand this time frame. So don't try to overload yourself with more stuff to do. Weed out the unnecessary activities and do the ones that will give you knowledge and inspiration. At work, on the train, watching movies, choose what you need, not everyone's need. The internet is full of all kinds of information. Innumerable how-to articles are waiting to solve your problems. Just type your problem and get ready to become problem-free. Most people will go through life without realizing how much there was to achieve. Even I sometimes realize while watching a cat video that at this moment I could have learned something very important. It requires conscious effort to bring your head back in the game. Giving into your temptation and saying it's only 5 minutes is saying that these 5 minutes don't matter. Write down the account for each one of your hours and ask yourself if you can do better than that. We all have to consciously get out of this vicious cycle. The internet consumes our time, but if we use it to provide us with information, then it can actually solve most of our problems. Observe how the videos you watch and the blog posts you read help earn someone's living. You don't buy anything, but you do give them your attention for a number of minutes, which brings them wealth. So, who are you making rich? Someone who helps you achieve your goal, or who simply distract you from your own problems. These decisions are all in your hand. The more time the bad stuff on the internet gets, the more readily available it becomes. It is supply and demand, really. What is most popular is what is most consumed. By the subject matter of what is popular, you can judge where we stand as a society. But it is not like the others are not trying. The good stuff also exists. It is just not consumed by us. So mindfully change your methods and mindfully calculate each minute because little drops makes mighty oceans.